Britney Spears. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I don't like wearing this on camera. I'm changing my shirt, BRB. This shirt matches the look better than what I was wearing. Not that you can even see it, literally. I guess I'm just gonna look stupid regardless. Ha! Yeehaw everybody, it's me Aliyah and welcome back to my channel. Sorry, today I'm going to do this on this eye and talk to you guys. Yeah, you read the title of the video right. You did. I hope you guys liked my impression of Britney Spears. I did a video like probably a year or two ago and I did impersonations of celebrity singers and I think it was pretty good, but I think it got taken down by YouTube. I just noticed one day that it was gone and that's probably because I was like singing their songs. Okay, let's start talking about things. I'm going to tell this story because I don't really care anymore. It's good clickbait, so like I have to tell the story. I didn't even do a proper intro to this video, but yes, hi, I'm Aliyah and this is a story time about whenever I auditioned for American Idol. Sorry, like a couple months ago, I was on Twitter and my friend Kiara messaged me. I think she sent it to me, or maybe I just saw it. I honestly don't know. Bottom line is, a local news place said, oh my gosh, American Idol's coming to our city, which is like weird because where I live, there's no creative opportunities for people that don't do anything that's like not normal, like going to college. I was like, that's really cool that American Idol is coming here. Like, might frick around and try out, but like I was kidding. That was kind of it for a minute, and then yeah, I just don't even feel like talking about this story. It's not really that good of a story, but I guess it's a good story if you are interested in auditioning or if you've ever wondered what it's like. I have Zayn Malik song stuck in my head. I forget that people still go to school. That really sucks. Ugh. I think what happens, like at first, if you want to do it, you like click the link and like you select your location and you do all that jazz. You just kind of generically register. It's not like an official thing that you're going yet. You just like kind of register for it. That's what I did like pretty early on, like probably a month ago. After that, you were supposed to do paperwork and stuff to like bring in. I registered, but I didn't think I was actually gonna go. And I was also asking my sister, it's like, oh my gosh, are you gonna do it? Because my sister sings and she makes music. If you watch my channel and you've seen her on my channel, every time she's on my channel, I tell her to like promote herself. So I was more wanting her to go than even me, because the thing is that I love to sing and I love music so much, but I don't want to do it right now. By the way, I'm using the Norvina palette. I would rather do it later on whenever I already have my platform built, because I know how hard it is to do music. Also, if I learn how to write music better too, because I don't think I'm that good at writing music right now. So I was more concerned about my sister doing it. Well, she was kind of iffy too, but I was gonna force her to do it. So listen, my memory is so bad. If it's more than a week ago, I don't know what I'm talking about. Just know that I registered, and then after that you're supposed to do more stuff like paperwork, but I didn't do it because I was like, I'm probably not gonna go. And then basically a week ago, I think, we both got the email, and I'm pretty sure anybody else who registered got the email from American Idol, and it was like RSVP for your audition on the day, I don't remember what day it was, the 26th. And I was texting my sister Kay. I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you really gonna do it? She's like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know. So we were both just like confused, didn't know what to do. Then I was it's really stupid how I came to the conclusion, but I'm just gonna tell you. If you know me, you know that I love Demi Lovato and Camp Rock. If you ask me, I'm gonna tell you that Camp Rock is the best piece of cinematic work ever. Obviously, I know, but like, to me, it is. It's just my truth, and you're not gonna change my mind. Let me cut my crease first. I cannot talk and cut my crease at the same time. Crease is cut. We can continue the story. If only I remember where I was in the story. Oh yes, Camp Rock. I was watching Camp Rock, and man, I just thought about how at the beginning of Spider-Man they played And I'll Always Love You, and then they did that memorial video. And now I'm just thinking about how Spider-Man is not a part of the MCU, and I'm very upset. This is one of those videos that you're gonna watch in your life where you're like, can you just tell the story already? But listen, kids, I cannot focus. So don't get mad at me. I gotta keep that view time, that watch time up, you know? So I was watching Camp Rock 2 specifically, because that one changes my life. And it was the part, you know, after they lost against Camp Star. Spoiler alert. You know, they were sad, but they were at the campfire, and Mitchie, Shane, Nate, what was Allison Stoner's name in that? Susie? Caitlin. I'm amazing. And you know, they were singing This Is I, let me not get copyright notice. But I was like, you know what? I was like, life is so fun. My mind changes about that really a lot of the time. At the moment, I was like, life is so fun. I should just audition for American Idol. So frick it. I said frick it, and I RSVP'd for my audition, and that was that. And I was like, oh, well, now I have to sing a song in front of Katy Perry and Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie. And I was like, oh! I just blew a brush bristle into my eyeball. That's the most dank thing I've ever done in my life. And that's not even what dank means. I didn't know what to sing. Because here's the thing. I feel like I am a decent singer. And I feel like I can sing certain songs really good. But, you know, if you're nervous, you don't want to sing a crazy song that you could really freak up. So I was like, I need to sing something that shows range, or like a little bit of range, but I can also like do it even if I was nervy. So I was like, I'll sing I Love You by Billie Eilish, because I do sing Billie Eilish songs really well. It does suit my voice very well. That would be a great song for a quiet room where the attention is on you. Keyword on a quiet room, we'll get to that later. Don't know why, but it smells like cat food in my house. That's really disgusting. So I'm gonna end up finishing this eye look and then just telling you the rest of the story. I was practicing, I mean, like as much as I could. I was with my friend Renee, she's been in my videos before, and I was with her and her mom. They're like, sing us your audition song. And I did, and they're like, yeah, that was good, but like you gotta just have emotion. I was like, yeah, you're right. So I made a whole entire story in my head for this song so I could like really feel it. If you guys don't know me, I've never been in a relationship ever in my life. So I was like, okay, well, I have to make something up, because clearly I've never been in a situation or any situation with a romantic partner. So I made up a story about me and Harry Styles, because that's just obviously what you should do. Just make a fan fiction, whatever. I did it all the time whenever I was young. Why can't I do it now? I had this whole thing. I basically made it like a music video in my head. Didn't even think about it actually whenever I did audition though. On Sunday, I went over to my sister's apartment so I could sleep over, and then we would go to the audition together. I was singing my song to her. Fun fact, earlier that day before I went to her house, I was like, what if I change my song to this song called Deserve by Christina Aguilera? And it's not one of those crazy run songs, because I would never, ever think to do that. It's not hard, but it's not the easiest song still. Here's the thing, I only knew the chorus. So I literally made myself learn the lyrics to the song that day, and then I went over to my sister's and I sang I Love You for her, and then I was like, okay, well, I need a backup, and I was like, well, should I sing this Christina Aguilera song just instead of the Billie Eilish one, period? And then I forgot the lyrics, and she's like, well, don't do that because you don't want to forget the lyrics in front of them. And I was like, but should it be my backup song, like the chorus at least, because I've known the chorus. Literally to prepare, I washed this wig. My sister straightened it for me, because if you watch my wig video where I straighten my wigs, you know that I don't straighten them well. I had to fill out the paperwork. Like the paperwork, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this. Who cares? I'm not, whatever. The questions were so specific, it was funny. It would be like, it was like, describe your hometown, and it would be like, in parentheses, it was like, example, population of 500, or like, only one gas station. It would be like, tell us your life story and your family members that you are the closest with and like that support you. They need the drama for a storyline, because that's what, you know, they use throughout the seasons. And I don't really like that, because I mean, it's good for other people, but for me personally, I don't want to expose myself or my family like that, because my family life is not the best situation. And then I went to bed at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and auditions were at 7. I thought it was a good idea. Well, no, it was completely necessary. But we woke up at 4 in the morning. I got up basically like 4:30. We got up that early so we could do our makeup. And then we lifted to the place where they were holding the auditions, and our Lyft driver was so sweet. He was like, where are you guys going, to class? Because, you know, school is starting now. Like, it was on a campus. My sister was like, we're about to go audition for American Idol, because she always talks to people when we're on Uber drives or when we're in public, because I am afraid of people for some reason. So the guy was like, oh my gosh, can I like pray for you guys like to do well? And we're like, oh my gosh, like duh, of course. We love Jesus. We get to the venue and it's like probably 7:10. We've never auditioned we auditioned one time in our life. We got like one of those mall agency people asking us to do something, and we like modeled and we made like our own cute little Coca-Cola commercial, and then my cousins were there too and they stole our audition and they went before us and they stole our whole skit, so that was cute. But that was like the only time we auditioned for anything. Why am I talking like Trisha Paytas? We were there and there weren't that many people there, honestly, and it makes sense because we don't live in the best, I mean, like I said earlier, not many things for talented people here, besides if you're like a normal human that goes to college. We kind of were making friends, which was nice, and talked to one of the producers that kept coming around. And then eventually we got checked as security, and then we went into the building and we were waiting in line to audition. It was kind of weird because it was like a room and there really weren't that many people at all, and it was like these two doors in front of us, and I was like, oh, like, are we gonna walk right through there and it's gonna be like Katy Perry and Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan or something? No one knew what was going on. There was nothing that was explained. We didn't know who we were auditioning in front of or what we were even doing. We just knew we were gonna sing a song, basically. We were waiting in line and I made some friends with people, and we were like, people were singing and showing off, and then the producer came in and he was like, hey, no singing because you want to give the other people a chance to audition in the other room. He's like, no kumbayas. He wasn't that mean. And people kept singing anyways, which was irritating. I was making friends with people, which was really fun because I don't do that a lot anymore. We were all just being nice, and even though like this was a competition thing, whatever, apparently. Eventually we figured out that we weren't going through the double doors. We were going, there's like, so it was us, and then there was like a curtain on the right of us, and behind that was where everybody was going in to audition. It would be groups of people that go at a time, and I was like, but they're not all auditioning at once, right? They were. No, I'll be right back. Okay, we back, and I love this lip. This is Sepia, ABH, obviously. Basically, it was a big room. There were 3 or 4 booths of judges that were not the judges that you thought the judges would be. There were random people who I later found out from someone who got to talk to producers that the people were probably not qualified. I don't know how true that is, but that's what one of the security people said. Yes. We were waiting, whatever, with all of our new friends. Eventually, it was our turn to go in the room, and so we go in the room, and it's basically kind of chaotic. At each booth with the judges were people singing all at once. It would be like 3 rows of 4 people at each booth, and so there would be some booths there were 2 judges, and some there was just 1. And there would be 3 rows of 4 people, I think, and each 4 were going against each other basically, and the judges were listening to them all at like in one round, and then at the end of it they would bring them up and talk to them and be like, and tell them if they were going or not. If you got in, you were going to the left, and if not, you were going to the right, and if you went to the left, you were going to be interviewed or be sent to producers or something, I think. I don't know. Like, it got to the point where literally there were 2 people at 2 different booths who were both playing the guitar at one time. Imagine how dreadful that would sound to hear 2 guitars playing 2 completely different songs. It was disgusting. My ears were upset. But you had to do it. Eventually, it was my turn, and me and my sister stuck together so we could sing in the same booth. And so we went to the first booth, which is the one that we wanted to go to, which I feel like we shouldn't have gone to, but that's where we were told to go. But whenever we got there, everyone that was before us was like, y'all, none of these people from this booth have gotten a guest. I was like, oh, okay. But the thing is, I wasn't even worried the whole entire time. Me and my sister were pretty calm. I think it was just because we were with each other. There was a row before me and my sister's row, and one of our friends was singing in it. His voice was so beautiful. I cannot remember his name. Just a really beautiful voice and singing so loud, like everyone else had to, literally. Basically, they sent his whole row away except for him, and he was the first person from the booth to go through, I think. We're like, yes, like I felt so proud, even though like I literally had met him an hour ago. We were probably auditioning by 11 or 12 maybe, and we got there at 7, so like we were waiting for a good minute. So he got in and he went into the left or whatever, so I was first of my row, and I was just like, oh, I'm first. And I go up to them and I wore my sparkly jeans on purpose because they're cute and they can start conversation, and I made sure to wear my pink wig because I was like, you know, you want to look different. The lady was like, oh my gosh, love your sparkly pants. And I was like, thank you. And I almost told her where they were from, and I was like, just leave it. Like, she doesn't care. Like, stop. And then it was like her and a guy. And I sang I Love You by Billie Eilish. Literally up until that moment when I said what I'm singing, I did not know what song I was gonna sing. I was going back and forth the whole time. She was like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm here from here. I'm 19 years old. And they like were reading our life stories, being like, oh, I wonder if she's interesting. Probably. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. Then I sang my song, and I think I sang it very well. I was moving, I was snapping to keep the beat, and they looked like they liked it, but they also looked like they liked everyone else who sang, and then sent them the frick home. I finished, and they're like, thank you, very good job, and then I stood back, and my sister's like, oh my gosh, so you did so good, like. And then she went, and she sounded so good, and I was just really proud of her for singing in front of them and doing a good job because she sounded really, really good. I always knew that she should sing best part, the "You're the coffee that I need in the morning." It fits her voice perfectly, so I was like, you're gonna sing that song if you ever audition, and she's like, probably not, and then she did, so like, I'm always right. And the other people sang in our row, and they were both good too. Well, first they took their papers and they went like this to each other. They did this every time. They were like, Marvel, sponsor me and bring Spider-Man back. But they're like, the first thing she said was, well, first of all, we just want to thank you so much for coming. We wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And I was like, here we go. And she's like, but we just think that your voices are just underdeveloped. But this is an encouraging note. She's like, so keep working, keep singing. And it's like, thanks. And then we went to the right for all the failures. We had like wristbands on, and the lady that like was cutting people's wristbands off, literally, like, this is my wristband. She was like, and I was like, are you trying to slit my veins open? I have a fear of that. And she just would like kind of made me like want to cry. Even though we both got denied, we were kind of just like calm about it. We're like, well, at least we tried. I really wasn't expecting much from it because my thing is that I don't really want to be the next American Idol. Honestly, I know that people who win American Idol nowadays aren't seen or heard really. There were 2 people of like the 10 people that we had become friends with that got in, and I was so proud of them. But the thing was that they were sending people home who were singing so beautifully, so amazing. And I was just really confused like what they were looking for, because they had this one dude sing 4 songs for them and he nailed every single one, and they still told him no. And I was like, what? But they probably had a set number of people they needed. That was basically it. I just can't believe she called my voice underdeveloped. I was like, sis, I know that, but you didn't have to say that. So we both got denied, but it was still funny and it was still fun to try, I guess, and I'm just glad I have story time to tell you. I just think my voice wasn't what they were looking for because I wasn't singing something crazy and loud, and they were saying yes to people who were doing that, who were singing really loud, which is fine because, I mean, American Idol is more for people who have those big voices, honestly. But I was like, it's okay. I probably wanted it more for exposure than to be the next American Idol, which might sound bad, but like at the same time, whatever. That's probably the reason why a lot of people go on American Idol. I like attention. Watch that be used against me. So thank you guys so much for watching this story time. If you liked it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that bell button so you can notify every time that I post. I love you guys so very much. Sorry if this video is long. I don't really know how it's gonna turn out, like with the editing and everything. Sorry if it also wasn't as funny, but like it's me telling a story, so I don't know how funny I'm supposed to make it. Okay, I love you guys so very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. I should have seen Katy Perry, that's all I'm trying to say.